Hello and welcome. It's Theater Thursday for about an hour, and then Fantasy Friday. Hello, everybody. Hello, ProStar, ZenCorp, Tatsuya, Cody, Rookie, Sycophant, Zebus, Lurker. How's it going? Hopefully you all have enjoyed your night thus far. I know it's late. Thanks for tuning in. I realized I've been so engrossed in my work that I hadn't streamed in a hot minute. So, apologies there. I think your voice changer's on. Oh no. Wait, never mind, it's just me? Gotcha. All good. Hey, Texas. I was about to go to bed, but it's the weekend, so we ballin'. Very good. Very good. Hey, 01. CPM. We're going to work on a bunch of stuff, so no issues there, no worries. We're going to work on some maps. I'm going to see how much I can get done, and then maybe we'll transition over to some magic items and the like. You got your hot, sexy, natural, deep voice changer. Thank you. Perfect timing, Crown. Today's my free day, and right now it's 6 a.m. in the morning. Oh my god. Hopefully you slept. Question mark? Hello, Winkley. All right, we should be able to transition over. Darn it. Go. Okay. Is stream so late? Yes, Legion. Hello. Been a couple days, so I figured instead of working on things in silence like I had been, I'd work with them all with you. So, welcome. It'll be a chill stream, so nothing too out of the ordinary or crazy. It'll just be us. There will probably be long moments of silence where I'm thinking and attempting to collect my thoughts. So yeah. Sizzle, what are you doing awake right now? Correct, nothing crazy. Figure if you're still up. Guess I can hop in the Discord. Gotta change my little icon. You have been going through the rounds with the solo sessions. Great job on those. Thank you, Legion. Incredibly kind of you.
Nothing crazy?
Nothing crazy.
Nothing crazy?
I already did all my crazy stuff this morning.
Oh.
Personally, I was scrolling YouTube, closed it, got in bed, and then you started streaming, so I tuned in. Nice. Do you think my maps are too big scale-wise?
That's really... like every single one? No.
What I mean is I'm flashbanging every person who's in bed right now because Incarnate's struggling. Jesus. Sorry about that.
everyone in bed is currently the guy in text chat.
Hello, Zarky. Any tips on making city maps? Oh boy. There's a notification. Hold on. Update related to private assets. Oh shit. To enhance content integrity and discourage the sharing of unlicensed materials, illicitly obtained art, we've implemented several safeguards around maps containing private assets. Map featuring private assets can no longer be set to clonable on the Explore page. In order to make a map clonable, all private assets must be removed. Maps previously made public that contain private assets are now designated as unclonable. Very old maps created with old versions of our software that lack a stored command history are now unclonable, and we cannot determine if these maps contain private assets. While loading a cloned map, another user containing private assets, a pop-up will automatically appear asking to remove these assets. Oh god. Okay, well, nothing I have to worry about.
Oh, good.
We've made a couple cities on stream. Honestly, the biggest tip that I can give you is do it in segments. Sort of figure out a floor plan, like a path that you want the city to sort of be carved through, and then sort of just do segment by segment. So like here, I looked out, and this is like a canal city, right? There are lots of canals, how they move around the town. I was easy enough for me to break it down into segments and do it piece by piece, right? So like one day it was this segment down here. Next day it was this one. Next day it was this one. This one and this one and this one, and then just sort of going down the line and trying not to do all of it at once. Like this took maybe like a week and a half, 2 weeks to fully do and like reimagine and everything like that. What assets are you using? This is just Incarnate. This is Incarnate Pro, I should say. So this is called Watercolor Cities. It's a top-down, very simplistic looking map style. But you can get pretty noodly with it. I basically followed some guides to make these more complex buildings with the more freehand assets. So things like the tournament grounds, things like the library, the estate, and everything like that. It's basically you subscribe to Incarnate, and it's like $25 for a year. Gets you access to all of their various map styles. Indeed, I feel like for cities like this, you generally want that more minimalist like style, so that way you can get more descriptive and sort of detailed with theater of the mind. Oh, you haven't seen the tournament grounds before? Well, if the maps you've made are just one-offs, then maybe they're a teensy bit big. But if they go through a couple of times, oh no. So what I mean is like, hold on.
What do you mean?
What do you mean by that?
I feel like the sense of scale is off in terms of like where's a forest? Here's a forest. So this, right? This is Alaric. What is that? This is that just a little guy, Alaric.
Okay.
Look how fucking big this tree is compared to him.
It's a big tree.
Is that... What about this one? Doesn't feel too big.
Aren't those like pine trees?
Yeah.
Pine trees are pretty big. I mean, I guess it depends on the tree, because like, also from my understanding, this is like the Atmore, which is ex-giant country. So, I mean, we have giant toads. Giant rocks. The bird. Not surprised if we have big-ass trees. I'll put it this way. I haven't gone and looked at a tree and gone, damn, that tree way too big for me. What a silly looking tree. Never once has that consciously crossed my mind. So I would say, no. It's not like such a huge deal that it's been noticeable.
How about when interacting next to objects?
Depends on the object. I mean, the facility didn't feel too big. Of course, it's hard to say because all that stuff's fantasy, so the inn doesn't feel too big. Yeah, see, like nothing here feels like it's just too large. Like you have, like the pews are what, 2 tiles?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's a 10-foot pew, but that's, yeah, that seems fair.
Pews can get pretty long.
Why are you asking? What brought about this worrying?
I looked at somebody else's map.
Oh. I see.
Let me see if I can find it. They're another person I look up to on Incarnate. They made like a path, like a road path, and it looked really fucking good. And I went, are my trees too big? Yeah, it was this.
Oh, I see.
This is the level of quality I aspire to, by the way. This looks gorgeous.
That is a very pretty map.
A map, I say one of your maps, so you compare that is that Chimera map they fought in DOA. Because I get vibes compared to that one with this one.
It's not comically large, so I think it's good. Could be redwood trees like fantasy trees. I think the big scale is fun, as to the fantastical elements. I mean, yes, but also,
I think also this map just looks overall like a larger scale than your maps. Like your maps are much more zoomed in, it feels like.
I feel like I need more of these style, like zoomed out maps.
Zoomed out maps?
Or like encounters.
Yeah.
I feel like I should start putting an emphasis on that.
This seems like several 100 feet I'm looking at.
Yeah, like this is a long stretch of road where like it actually takes considerable time to like get from one side to the other in terms of like rounds.
Like you could have like 5 combat encounters going on this map and none of them would intersect.
Have you ever used Dungeon Draft before? I've tried, Zerky. I really would like to as well. I would love to learn Dungeon Draft for like map interiors because Dungeon Draft fucking excels at those. Like being able to like curve buildings and sort of have like varied like floor patterns and everything like that. I really want to get into it so I could start trying to learn how to do map interiors. It's very user-friendly, but it's not very intuitive, is the issue. That's where you mess up. It might be that there's too much repetition to your trees. Yeah, I guess I'm very like this looks natural. Like this all looks very natural in terms of like you can see like small rock segments. There's like all of the hills have that sort of like dirt pattern. They have this sort of like grass motif here on the edges, which I have no fucking clue how they did. That looks amazing, by the way. Like it actually looks like grass.
That is some nice looking grass. It do look like a Skyrim texture pack, honestly.
And it's like open enough that you could have like you said, you could have like a combat encounter happening down here in the road, and then have like have like goblins and shit sort of like working in the background. He does these maps. This is Bearworks. It's another person who's really big in the Incarnate community. And they look like they have a Patreon and all that. So I imagine they do it all here. Yeah, made 5 days ago. Jesus.
So this might be an odd, funny idea, but have you ever considered like reaching out to the people who make these maps and just asking, "Hey, how'd you do that?"
No.
Oh,
I tried to learn. I look at their stuff and I start like peeking through assets and I start trying to like figure it out. I try to like sort of understand their method by studying it, if that makes sense.
no,
That's how I
understand.
learned how to do like the tree shadows and shit like that. Was sort of like eventually looking at enough people doing it and being like, wait a minute, you fuckers are using a different asset. And then I started doing that. So I'm like I'm trying to like dissect it.
No, there's
Worst thing they can say is no. Yeah, I know. But that means I gotta talk to strangers.
that is an issue. I also suffer from the desire to not talk to random strangers, but if you do, you might learn how to do the cool grass stuff. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe I'll maybe when I start up. So plan, by the way, tentative plans. June is when I'm gonna start up the Patreon. It's also when I'm gonna go get my VSO to help me set up some stuff for my Veterans Affairs. So
Very good, very good.
June's gonna be very
Good
busy.
talk.
Sounds like it.
How'd they do it? I bet he used. I just want to take a little peek. Grass.
Sure, we don't.
Little peek. Other asset. It doesn't. Right? We're all strangers once? Yeah, no. What I also need to do is I'm gonna need a token for. That's what haven't had like a player token for scale. I've just been going off. Yeah, that's a 5 foot square. That should make sense. Also, hello, Uzu. I will say I do feel very proud about this map, but even then, it's still feel like I could improve a lot.
I don't know. I mean, that seems like what you wanted. Because the trees are a little smaller. It's a sort of a wider area.
This is how it looks in. This is Alaric. Yeah, kinda. Yeah, he's got a bunch of old tokens on him. Hold on. Okay. Okay, let's not get rid of the conditions on him.
Uh-oh.
The old conditions are still there.
Oh no.
Ah, perfect. There we go. All right, perfect. There we go. Higher contrast too, maybe. Higher contrast. What does that mean? Good night, CPO. Hello, Mystic. This is all you guys have to worry about, by the way. Listen up. For now.
For now.
I have these markers are also for you guys as well. So like, let's say Yuria puts Hex on one. Kellen puts Hunter's Mark. Marana does Phantasmal Mark and shit like that. Then I put marked 3 on the bad guy to show that there are 3 markers on him. Beyond that, it becomes mark 4, and then that's it. That's all I could track.
Understandable.
How easy would you say Foundry is to get into? Very easy. However, if you want to get into more complex things, it does require a lot of learning. Base Foundry is very intuitive. Learning beyond that stuff, however, becomes a little bit more complex. Not very complex, but also very robust in terms of like things that you can do with it. I've seen some crazy shit people have done with Foundry. It allows for a lot of opportunities. You just sort of need to know the means of accessing them. See, this is what I was referring to. I think this was the map I was referring to. Look how fucking big this tree is compared to him.
I mean, it is a big tree. Hey, why don't you pull up that other person's map and stick Alaric on that and see how big he is in that map, if you can.
You have to download it. Oh god, I don't know what. Oh god, what's the? It's a 4x3. Probably not. K. How easy would you, the more I look at it, the more I simply want to ditch Roll20. Honestly, brother, Roll20 has a lot of really good things to it, but at this point, if you're a dungeon master who's spending a lot of time into their games, I'd honestly recommend just getting, like, paying the $50 and getting getting Foundry. I don't know what his actual scale of his grid should be. You can set it to any size, given that it's a 2K by 3K.
Yeah.
So I could set it to like 50 for. That makes it fucking massive. Maybe. Oh no, never mind. It looks like it's 59 by 59. Nope. $64 looks about right. And this is putting Alaric down. I'm surprising my players by having our next session in Foundry. We were supposed to do it Tuesday, but players couldn't make it, so we delayed the next week, which was good. But hiding 3 maps in an encounter in 3... But building 3 maps in an encounter in 3 days was exhausting. Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah, I bet it was.
But it's definitely an investment. Something I always think is really funny is that some mimics in D&D are intelligent. Apparently all mimics in Pathfinder are intelligent. Okay. Hello, Fridge. First time chatter, welcome. I mean, they're smart enough that they can build like colonies. If enough of them get together, they make mimic colonies. So I'd believe it. Honestly, the only thing, well, there is a program. There's a program, I can't remember if it's on Patreon or not, that I used, Zarky, which allowed me to download all of my Roll20 stuff into a JSON file and then upload it into Foundry. So it copied over all of my music, all of my character sheets, all of my maps. I do not remember what exactly it was called, but I believe if you look up conversion for like Roll20 to Foundry, you'll find it. Same way I did. What are the most complicated things to do in Foundry? I'm thinking of buying it. You can do like loading pages and stuff like that. What's it called? It's like a screen that has like all of the relevant information for all the characters and stuff. And like each thing's like a little interactable macro. So like if a player clicks on the book opens and it gives them a bunch of like journal entries. If they click on the map opens and it transitions to the world map. If they click on their characters, it transitions to their character sheet and stuff like that. Like you can get really fucking noodly with macros. I have no macros, but the most elaborate thing that I can do is stuff like ambush. You can also do things like health bars, boss health bars, stuff like that. You can get even noodlier with like things like weather effects. Very cinematic feel. As well, I have something called streamer mode or camera mode, which basically I can designate a character, and it's not going to show it on this one, but for my ghost will pan and automatically follow a character that moves. So I don't have to move the camera. The character moving is enough to prompt the camera to follow it. Have you seen the people that made animated maps in Foundry where the PCs are in a train or a plane, the background never stops moving? Yes, you can also do that. You can do that by making like a WebM format, stuff like that. I like to think of a party finding an empty dining room in a dungeon. And they just over here. Sometimes I feel like a boss just thinks of me like an object, you know? Hello, Remagify. I set up secret doors on my town map to create line of sight in the town in case a fight breaks out. And used a module to set in so I could open and close all of the doors at once. Well, that's pretty cool. I mean, the moving clouds is what gets me. Well, you can set it as fast as you want. So like you can make these massive clouds. You can adjust their direction. You can set their speed, their lifetime, which means how long they sort of persist on the map, density, everything like that. So you can really set it up as much as you want. As well, when drawing, especially with this whole weather set, you can do stuff like this. Let's go drawing tools. I believe it should be something like this. We select this. I select this. And because I've drawn this square using this module, now no weather effects will exist within this square. So if this was a building, for example, my players could go into the building and the weather effects wouldn't bleed through the building. The moment he goes out, he's back into the clouds.
Yes, production value.
Can you like show a player entering a building without having to change to another map? Yes, actually. You can do things like tile controls, and like layers. I'm not too familiar with it. I really wish it works more with Dungeon Draft than it does with Incarnate maps. But let's say you had a set of stairs. Actually, hold on. Let's say we were at the Singing Tier. So we're at the Singing Tier. And Ashilde wants to go upstairs, right? Well, with this module, I don't have it, but you could have Ashilde go upstairs and it transitions to the whole next like floor for her. So it's like this layering module where you can put transition blocks where like if Ashilde steps up past a certain point, she'll transition into the second floor. And then she'll walk around the second floor and stuff like that. And then if she goes downstairs, it transitions back to the first floor. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with it because again, I think it mostly only works for Dungeon Draft maps because there is Dungeon Draft integration into Foundry. So you can load multiple layers from your Dungeon Draft maps into Foundry. You can't really do that with Incarnate. So.
By the way, Alaric looked pretty small next to that big ass tree.
What module are you using to show the stats when you click them? Oh, this? So like when I right click Alaric and I get his passive stealth, passive insight, passive investigation. I believe, what is that module called? I've had these for so long. It's usually forget the name. Oh yeah, token info icons is what it's called. So when I do that, I can I can adjust his height, for example. So now he's 25 feet up. Set it down. I can, let's use a torch on him, and now it'll expend a torch, and now he's shedding light. Right click, torch is gone. I have it set up now so he can go invisible, and he actually looks invisible. I can blind him, and now he's actually not blinded. Of that. Why did it take off my blind? Oh, interesting. Is it because? Oh, I wonder if it's because of the settings on them. There we go. So now that he's blinded, can't see anything. He's sort of like, he can barely sort of make out the map, but can't really see the creatures or anything anymore. No longer blinded. Good to go. The production value, that's right. And I've gone even further and made a bunch of like unique icons and borrowed a bunch of unique icons from Darkest Dungeon. There is another module that you can do that you can swap out portrait frames. So let's say Alaric fucking dies. Alaric explodes into a billion pieces. Well, I right click his token and transition, and now he's a corpse pile. So he goes from being Alaric, I right click, set his new frame, and now he is a corpse pile on the ground. A fan of the Darkest Dungeons? Yeah, you can say that a little bit.
No,
Yeah, just a
we
little.
don't do that here.
You can say that just a little bit.
We only play lightest.
Just a
dungeon.
little. Just a fan a little bit. Yeah, we're a big fan of Darkest Dungeon here. Where I try to run a lot of my games in a very similar vein. Just a hobby.
We also like Elden Ring.
We also like
Dark
Elden Ring.
Souls.
We've built a stress system. We like a lot of those murder you die instant games. So
You know what? I would say that CTF, if anything, is more like Elden Ring.
I'd say so. Bro, you're exactly like me.
He's literally me.
You and I. He's just like me for real. Does Foundry have tokens in it? Technically, yes. Technically, you can get modules that come with like pre-generated maps and everything. They give you unique like token icons, stuff like that. There are a lot of those. Some of them are premium. Some of them you have to buy. They are locked behind like a Patreon or whatever. But generally they're there. DMs 10 years ago. Oh my god, it's like Skyrim. DMs today, nah, Elden Ring, Darkest Dungeon, Fortnite.
Right, you had me until the last.
Fortnite.
I know it's crazy, but I wish there was a way to overlay stuff easier on Foundry with a fake out map sections. I'm not sure what you mean, brother. Oh, wall segments. There. There is a battle royale. Yeah, I saw XP to level 3's video on that. The battle royale that he made. I generally don't prefer battle royales myself. I've never really been into them, but I'm glad that somebody finally made it. It's definitely something that should have been made a while ago. You prefer Dungeon Draft, Incarnate, or both? Great question, General. I've barely used Dungeon Draft. I think Dungeon Draft is really fucking cool, and I think that for a one-time purchase that can be accessed even offline, it's very worth it. However, its base supplements are very boring, and I believe that it needs a lot of the third-party work, such as Forgotten Adventurers, to really make it shine. However, I would say if you are a DM on a budget, then a one-time purchase of a map-making program over a yearly subscription is much more worth it. However, I have been using Incarnate since 2016, back in its early alpha. I even bought into the company, so I can sell my own maps and everything like that. So my bias lies with it. I am a Incarnate supporter through and through. You mind showing the first map of the Fall of Men? The owner of the party started as captives, having to escape. Oh, Hang Keep? Yeah, hold on. Like the very first map I ever showed, or are you talking about Hane Keep? He has Incarnate stock. Not wrong. Here is the galley. Here is the arena. Here is the Eastern Mines, where they were forced to mine all the crystals. How long did all this take? Not that long. I made all of those maps within a week of each other. I basically was like, all right, time to do dungeon prep, and I just made a ton of maps. I think before the game even started, I made 30 or 35 maps just to be safe. Here are the black cells where they resided. This was during the escape. And here's the fall of Hane Keep. The players escaped.
Whoops.
Whoops.
It happens.
You need Incarnate to add more sci-fi stuff? You and me both, brother. They're gonna do that soon, so. Your maps roll, they look insanely good. That's very kind of you to say. Thank you. Soon, TM. Yeah, they're working on it. So. Hello, Momo.
Hello, Momo.
They showed previews? Yes, their previews look fucking sick. I'm very excited. world under like Kirby. Yo. Chrome, yep.
I thought you used Opera.
I have to use Chrome for Incarnate.
Oh.
Very picky. Either wants Chrome or Firefox.
Lame.
Oh.
Hmm.
I didn't know you can make the map with player tokens on there. You can if you upload them individually. That's what I did. I basically wanted to keep a sense of scale, so I uploaded a player token so that way I can reference it.
Damn, why is Yuria being buried in rubble?
She's not.
Why is she in the goddamn walls?
She's watching it happen.
Why am I seeing like a rendition of Edgar Allan Poe where the guy gets like bricked up?
You telling me she wouldn't do some shit like that to somebody?
No. Never.
Oh, okay.
I'd only do the illusion so it looked like it.
Oh,
It was
okay.
just a prank.
It's just a bit.
It's just a bit, bro. I say as I cast
Oh,
mirror
funny.
image. I got you.
Isn't that funny? Why aren't you laughing?
What do you mean you're claustrophobic?
Does the assets from Incarnate look similar to that of Forgotten Adventures? No, I'd say they're very different because I have Forgotten Adventure assets, brother.
Brother.
Here's a pile of rocks from Forgotten Adventures. They have a very unique style of painting. You can see they take into account where like light almost catches on certain sides of the surface. Versus Incarnate has like a very almost like matte sort of color where it doesn't show that much, like not like a reflective surface. Like this looks like it has a sheen. This doesn't. Wet rocks. That's right.
What are you making over there?
I don't know yet. an
I thought
idea.
you
in
said
my
you
head.
needed more encounter maps. Or you just following your inspiration?
Trying to follow my inspiration. See what happens.
Reminds me of the that piece of wall in Dark Souls 1 where you fight the giant minotaur.
Hmm. Throw hands with the Taurus demon.
Yeah. By that I mean climb up the ladder. And then cheese him.
What? You would never.
Nah, you're right. I'm a gamer.
You fought him one-on-one in that the tiny edges where there were lots of breaks that you could fall it off of.
Yep. You got me.
Glad.
Just like I never summoned once during the Millennia fight. Ever.
Correct. Gamer.
That's right. I definitely didn't abuse the Dung Eater. Nice penis.
I don't care about that.
Nice cunt.
Oh my god, his cog's broken in the middle.
That's the foreskin. Oops, all foreskin.
What's this map supposed to be? I don't know. I thought I had an idea. I didn't.
Gone. True or magnified? Never use the tier once. Not ever.
See these trees?
Whoa.
I scale them down.
I think you need to go out, look at a tree, and go and compare yourself to it. You're welcome.
Use like. That looks cool. Somebody testing out a lot of shadows. Holy shit.
Oh shit. Spooky.
Going with the first flame.
Yeah, honestly. What the fuck?
It looks like he used. Oh. Oh, you clever bastard.
Uh-oh.
So it looks like he did something like this. It looks like he put one layer down. And then he grabbed another tree. I believe it's one of the dead ones. I believe it was this. Then he shrunk it down. He put it on top. And then he grabbed another version of that tree and then put it on top like that. Clever boss. Interesting. I feel like I could figure out how he did the grass. It honestly looks like he did use this grass asset, but like, but also looks like he did something to its appearance. Blend mode. Gets rid of its shadow. Lads, I think we figured it out.
Oh my god.
He's done it. He's cracked the code.
Neat.
Oh, maybe not. Each grass piece is different now.
Oh. Hmm.
Nah, did something different because they're like really thin pieces. There's another that out there. Damn. Alright, looks like I'll actually have to go fucking talk to him. Hydrate? Very well. Remember looking some map making tutorials in the past? Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I've done that as well though, where I've like turned items around to make them fit a certain like theme. Approacheth another. Hopefully it'll just be as simple as going into the Discord and be like, "Hey man, what'd you do for this?"
Just asking, you know, for theoretical sakes, but grabs him by the collar. Hello.
Hey, goal. For maximum effect? Jesus. Because the map building, it's more like me lamenting about being okay at map milking or map milking. Freudian slap.
Oh my god.
Wow.
You know what I'm really after.
Double.
you end these together? You did. So much. He won't let any map go unmilked. God, the look at this fucking plant. It's massive.
No, not really.
If this square is 5 foot by 5 foot,
Yeah.
fucking big.
Okay. They're big. They're big plants that big though.
Shut up.
Quite a few plants
Shut
that are
up.
that big. Also, this is under the presumption. Wait.
I don't want solutions. I want to be upset.
This is also under the assumption that Yuri is a 5 by 5 square.
What do you mean? It's D&D. She is.
No, she's not. No.
Damn, you're a wad.
Built like a fucking fridge.
Them Tarosian genes.
No, I don't have those. We went over this. No Tarosian.
You do now.
Fuck.
I'm actually altering your DNA.
Oh, wait a minute. What,
Ah!
what else did you put under here? Cheeky little bastard. You have like another, like, what is that? Like a smaller, like, bush. What is that? What the fuck is that? Not true. What's this? Legitimately, though, what the fuck is this? What is this little asset that he keeps repurposing?
What are you?
Never seen it before. Which tells me it's a repurposed asset. Just trying to sort of like go off familiarity. I'm losing my mind.
Yeah. Are you sure they're doing fancy diffusion shit and not just isn't just like a paintbrush? What?
No, the paintbrush stuff, like for the grass, maybe. I'm talking about for like a very specific item that I'm looking for right now.
Oh.
Yeah, there's like a particular like little bush that he has, and I'm like, I don't feel like I've ever seen that item before. Now I'm trying to find if it's a repurposed like object, or if it's something that's like an item I've just like glossed over.
Oh.
Because it doesn't look like anything I've seen before. Because it doesn't look like a repurposed bush. It doesn't. The detail's too like fine for it to be a repurposed, like a repurposed tree.
Hmm.
I'm like, what the fuck is it?
Oh, you know.
I thought it was vines, but it's not. The edges are too defined for it to be that. And I thought maybe it was reeds. It's not the reeds either. Hello, Ice. Welcome, first time chatter. It is definitely a thing, Go. Very true. If my eyes are moving too fast. Passing over it.
My eyes, they are too powerful.
In this instance, they would be too weak. These are all base incarnate assets. These are personal assets that I've uploaded. It's hold on. It's this asset right here.
Is it just a really tiny tree?
That's what I thought. I thought it was a really tiny tree, but the way that it has like a really defined edge to a lot of its points, I'm like, it can't be a tree. There are no trees that have like that.
If you download their map, does it let you like move shit around?
Their map's not clonable. It's only downloadable because it's a Patreon map. So
Oh.
it could be a bush. That's why I've been sort of like bouncing between and sort of looking at, is trying to find what the fuck it could be. Because these are the bushes that Incarnate has. These are them. I can't really zoom in any closer. What I could do is... Oh, nice. All right, well, never mind. No, I cannot open it wider, apparently. If it's too, but that's... I wish I knew. If it was that, then it'll be pretty hard for me to replicate. I'm losing it.
Magnus.
The numbers, Mason. What do they mean? Nah, I'm definitely not cooking right now, Zarky. I'm having a stroke is what I'm doing. I appreciate the confidence.
So it looks like you're having some creative issues, maybe some difficulty. So yeah, I'm gonna go to bed.
I see. Of course. How
Anyway, see
considerate
you
of you.
tomorrow.
Considerate of me. Yeah. Get the fuck out of here.
Bye.
Good night, so.
See you, Zeus.
What a guy.
The fuck. Hey Justin, what's going on? We're also just vibing right now. sort of being comfy and working on some maps, or struggling to do so, rather. Pudding? Nice. Hello from the lurk. I just got the hex crawl start from Alaric with the hardcore rules. You lovely sadist. Glad you're enjoying them, brother. And what if we throw a red sky? Guys, too. Had pudding. A shame. It looks like I did like 3 layers. It'll be so funny when the party gets back together, talking about how most of them almost died, and Mirana's just like, yeah, I went on a date. hung out with this really cute half orc, and I didn't die. How about the rest of you? Almost everybody getting fucking murdered. Which type of cliffs do you guys like more? Or which type of like cavern walls do you enjoy more? These ones or these ones?
For the upper.
Upper looks cooler. Left seems more like a wall. Right looks like a slope that has accessible terrain on top. Okay. All right. I'm gonna get a drink. I'll be back.
Very well.
Time for the tried and true method that we've always used. I had an idea. Hello, goal. Okay. Using that comment from earlier, the that they look like a scalable terrain. I'm gonna play around that. Report, thank you very much for the 5 months, brother. Incredibly kind of you. Thank you for sticking around for so goddamn long. Hello, Ruffian. Nah, man, you're just in time. We haven't really done much. More so been me lamenting about my map making style and how I want to improve. In what ways? I want to get better like this. Neither. I had an idea and then I pretty much lost it. So I'm sort of fumbling in the dark right now. that a hill? No, it's meant to be a pit. An idea I had. Where are they heading? I'll show you a little preview. Here's where they're heading. Oh, just hell. To the fires of Mount Doom. I also hope so, Ruffian. Hold on.
I just dozed off, so I'm gonna take this time to head out for the night.
Sleep well, brother.
You too, man. Good look at the maps. Good night, chat.
Blood. Thank you very much for the 17 months, brother. Incredibly kind of you. Thank you for sticking around for so goddamn long. I appreciate it. Poke, welcome. First time chatter. Oh, got hit by ads? Jesus. Sorry, brother. That is something that is controlled by Twitch now. I barely have much say in terms of ads. That tree? Yeah, the sand is temporary. It would be more so something like this for now. Hello, Poke. Welcome. Sorry about the ads, brother. It's not really something I can control anymore, just something that Twitch does. But hello. Is everything going? It's going currently. I'm really just sort of spinning my wheels right now, not really getting anything done. So
Hey, boss.
what's up, homie?
How you doing?
Doing well enough.
Ooh. Oh yeah, we're here. You are streaming. How's chat doing?
That's all quiet right now.
Yeah, chat's breaking my heart. What the fuck? How come you're streaming at this hour? Couldn't you sleep?
No, I was asleep when I woke up.
Something woke you up?
Being well rested.
Oh, wise guy, huh? Why you trying to make me an asshole? Oh shit. Chat, is this a one shot for the whole thing? For Juria and Sidoro?
No, that's already done.
Ooh. I'm tempted to ask if you could show me, but I know what you're gonna say.
What am I gonna say?
You'll see it when the session plays.
Correct.
Like you always do. Well, Janice, I'm sorry, I'm feeble-hearted. God, I love these assets. Also, I don't stream because I don't have half the personality this man does.
He can stream. I don't know why he doesn't.
Are these like bulbs? Like bulbs on trees? Like bulb-like shroom caps or some shit?
Yes.
God, that's really dope.
I've used them before in my my Underdark. It's currently what I'm attempting to sort of replicate. The massive sort of shroom trees. This is a grove that has seen very rampant, like fungal growth.
Like invasive?
Mm-hmm. Basically, something within the ecosystem is causing the fungus to grow rapidly,
I see.
sort of choking out all the other life in the area.
Understood. Already I can hear the battle music. Peaceful mushroom forest? Made to grow at unnatural, say instead preternatural speeds because of some weird corrupted source at the center of it, and you're saying it's peaceful? No, it's an invasive species. By the way, I can talk to mushrooms.
Yeah, this isn't for CTF.
Fuck. I wanted to say, what do mushrooms have to say? Wonder what their thoughts are.
Lean
What
in, I'll tell
worries
you.
them? Oh no.
Lean in.
And then just
Just a shotgun full of like spores.
Yup.
Let me grow in peace. Leave me the fuck alone, you tall freak.
Yeah, but like technically, not technically, rather rules as written, the D&D world does identify mushrooms as plants. So the spell still works. Scientifically, you're entirely correct. But fuck science, according to 5e. Yeah.
They called me a madman. Hey, Presper. What do you think of this filter, guys?
I like it.
To be a filter. Thank you, Goal. Much appreciated, brother. I want this area here to look like impassable. I want a player to roll up to this and be like, holy shit, that is a dense wall of fungus and overgrowth. This area is meant to be like an underground grove. Basically an area where life has sort of bloomed, either through like a natural opening or whatever, and has slowly been warped and twisted by something within it. And the corruption is eating away at everything here and sort of making everything very like fungal oriented. Evil Druid did it close. So it's going to be a blend. It's going to be a lot of this like a lot of this growth and then a lot of like rocks. Red Tide. Ah! That looks dope. Thorn branches too? Yes, a lot of like bramble, a lot of briar. Since this is Darkest Dungeon inspired campaign, is this supposed to be a version of the Weald? Maybe. Does it give you Weald vibes? That's fair. Just make sure there's an enemy that smacks a tree. Yeah, the fungal giant. Don't worry, homie, I got you. My version of the Weald in my mind is a blend of the Weald and Armvale. You got plant monsters you want to run in there? Thorn slingers and whatnot? Yes. Yes, I do. I've got, let's see, what do I got? Homebrew monsters, plants. We got, we have an entity known as the Dancing Lady. It's a very cool, like, solo encounter boss. We've got some corrupted treants. We got shambling mounds, shambling piles. We have fungal artillery and fungal destroyers. That's a great way to think, Winnipeg. Hey, Gabby. I'm doing well. Struggling a little bit with like creativity, but aside from that, doing pretty well. Plus, a new chapter to my fanfic, and in 3 hours, I got 3 comments. Nice. At least I assume that's good. What's your fanfic about? What are you giggling about?
Is something my sister sent me?
Phantom. That sounds familiar.
That's the ghost guy from, I think it was Nickelodeon. You know the godparents thing? The fairy godparents?
Oh,
Show?
yeah.
Yeah, Danny Phantom aired somewhere around that time. It wasn't as popular, but it was about this teenager kid who could, like, have, like, an out-of-body experience and turn into a ghost.
Horrifying.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely fucked up.
Where his parents get taken by Ghost Zone police for a trial. Huh. Are they also ghosts?
No. I mean, I don't know. I just know that the kid's a ghost. Sometimes.
Why'd you say it like that?
It was kind of presumptuous for me to say that they were, because I didn't know.
Oh, they're ghost hunters. That's even more. What the fuck?
Yeah.
They kill their own son. Nickelodeon be wild.
So like the premise of the show was his parents are ghost hunters. They make a device that they thought was a failure. He takes a look at it and accidentally turns it on while he's inside of it, and he gets ghost powers.
Fucked.
And if his parents ever find out, then yes, they would try to capture and or kill him. Probably.
Christ.
Yeah.
Tell me you got family issues. Stop telling me you got family issues.
Right?
His mom's also hot as hell.
Yeah.
I actually don't know.
What the fuck did you say it?
What's the word for that? Polemic. I'm just going after that polemic.
Did they ever actually find out he's a ghost?
I'm sure. No way they don't.
I know it's never gonna happen, right? Because it's Nickelodeon. I'd have loved if they did find out and they were so cold calculating scientists that they were just like, yeah, we're still gonna kill you even though you're our child. And just fucking rip them apart.
Why do you hate happy endings?
You're one to talk.
Yeah, but you don't have my reasons.
You got a happy ending. What are you talking about?
What?
You got a happy ending. What are you talking about?
It was such a fucking struggle and so hard fought for.
Yeah, didn't it make it all the more worth it?
It did. But it could have been a really bad ending regardless.
It could have, but it didn't. You and
Yeah,
the
but he's a
arch-villain
kid.
have the same vibe? Uh-oh.
Yeah, but he's like a teenager.
There are many fanfics that that's the case. See. Price drop in. Just finished designing a boss battle and loot from it for my party, and it took forever. Is the green stuff giant lichen? Or lichen or whatever it's called? I don't know yet. We can change up the colors a little bit. Get more orange. Good night, Mystic. Rest well. What's the main export of the village again? For Eliond? DM's tools, cheat sheets, Eliond. The town's main exports are Renard weed, tobacco, and wool. All right, bit it back. Of course, Skull. I like writing that stuff down. I like very noodly things like that. So I tend to do it for a lot of my towns. This the moldy bread map? That's right, Metis. This is going to be a sort of open combat area. So, you know, you might run into like leaders and brutes and stuff like that. Cleveland, that's right. What's the vibe you get from this this little corner? This curated corner. What's the vibe that you get?
You asking me?
Are you Metis?
Yeah, I am. In fucking disguise, in fact.
Wow.
Rot? Allergies? We're the displacer beasts or the Nurgles. Something's gonna grab me for sure. Humid? Okay.
I would say suspicious. Like everything else looks corrupted, and then there's just this one area that's not. Or at least it seems like it isn't, since they're like more vibrant and red.
More vibrant and red. What do you mean?
Maybe since they're smaller, they look more reddish instead of orange.
Oh, the mushrooms.
Yeah. Like everything else is like orange and green, but those look more red and white from a distance at least.
Make them a little darker. And it feels like mycelium. Another idea for an enemy, a fungal infection that grapples itself to you instead of the other way. So it moves with you rather than stopping you from moving. The rest feels like a mush. There it feels like a pristine in comparison. Oh, shit. I sort of wanted the whole thing to have this sort of feeling. I didn't want it to feel serene. How do we make it not serene, guys? Any more mushrooms?
I was just thinking, like, now that they're like matching colors, it looks more dead, corruption. It blends in more, so it doesn't look inconspicuous.
Just add more details? You got it. It is a corrupted grove that is underground. I can read you the premise. Hold on. This dungeon will take heavy inspiration from Arum Vale, a dungeon that has numerous plant, fungi, and elemental monsters that roam around in its gold bile-riddled surfaces. This will put an emphasis on disease and blight mechanically. A member of the White Circle, an illustrious faction of Magi who have been responsible for quelling much of the sprouting war within the kingdom and beyond, has gone missing. It is assumed by the Baron that the Magi has returned to Arias without any warning. This is disproven when the Collegium informs him that they haven't heard from the Magi in over a year. Over a decade ago, the Magi grew more and more interested in the following their own research into something happening within the Goldwoods. A meteor of strange color slammed into the forest, breaking the earth and uncovering an odd subterranean grove that was quickly reacting to the presence of the meteor. Plants withered or bloomed violently, exploding with strange spores and coating anything they touched, seeming to sprout off of the surface. It isn't until Zordanox, the unblinking eye, was brought into our world that the meteor finally reacted again. It began to release strange pulses of magic, or otherworldly effects not easily explained into the twisted grove. The Magi, curious of this, took a small team to once again study the reactive meteor. They have not been seen since. Sure, they're fine. Say this place is corrupted? Yes.
Is it a void corruption?
I cannot say.
Fair enough.
Okay. How about that? And I've added a little bit of fog around the pits.
Ominous. I like it.
Something to add to the creepy factor. Since mycelium is one organism that you can have players interact with as part of the room, and something on the other side reacts. Oh yeah, that'd be cool. Very Last of Us, where they touch like a strand and something else on the other side of the room reacts.
I don't like that.
The place previously to inform yourself of what it exactly would have been changed into. Perhaps have more ideas of what to add. The idea in my head is that this is one of the rare places in the Underdark that sort of has like vegetative growth. And when this meteor slammed through, it basically twisted this grove. This grove where like basically creatures from the surface could sort of wander down into the Underdark. One of its many openings. Will we have D&D on Sunday? No, I'm afraid not. I do apologize.
When do you guys have planned the one shot?
This Saturday.
Powerful.
Nice.
So this place was that about a decade ago. So 10 years ago, it was like this lush grove. Over the 10 years, the sort of overgrowth happened where a lot of the plants withered and died, and then from them, this fungal-like growth basically bloomed out. So that's why you have these sort of like, you have these like looming trees, but they're mostly comprised of like fungus. So this would be a tree, but the tree has since now become a host for the fungus.
Will there be a possibility of anyone in the party maybe revitalizing one of the normal trees?
Anyone in the party? No. They lack a certain class.
Yep, you're right. Yep.
How does the lush place exist in the Underdark in the first place? Well, the Underdark is not only massive, but it's completely wild. It's the Underdark can have long sprawling caverns and then in the same breath have like a beach with a massive lake. It's basically a different realm of existence. Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about, Vidipek. They are perfect for this dungeon. Most plants need some kind of light, right? Does this cave have access to light? Yes and no. A lot of bioluminescence. This is what I want to replicate. This right here. I want to replicate these little plants. These like glowing little like stalks. How can I do that? I bet I can do it with you. Yeah, what happened, Midas? The cop-out answer, Presper, is that it's basically a seed. It is one of the many seeds of like the primeval current. Basically, from this source, this open wound of the primeval current, does energy and magic flow. And around it, it causes a lot of things to happen. Usually wild magic, but those things change. The grove itself, hold on. The grove itself wouldn't have had like actual proper trees. What's it called? $85 goddamn years. It's meant to be reminiscent of lush caves from Minecraft. There are no like actual trees, right? More so like roots and sort of stalks of trees that have sort of burrowed in. From them, water and other such growth have happened, or like have sort of bled through the ground and have sort of filled these caverns, making these groves where sort of a lot of moss and lichen and everything has sort of clung to the walls. There are these thick hanging roots and sort of vines that hang from them. This would be more of like what it looked like before the corruption set in. Once the corruption did set in, a lot of this became sort of warped. A lot of it died, and from its death, fungus grew. Hopefully that made sense, and I'm not fucking rambling like a fool.
That sounds dope.
Thankfully, no one is dead, but they all failed the miasma con save straight out the gates, so they were there on the back foot. Our druid now hates insects with a passion, and for some reason our bard wants to keep a parasite as a pet. Oh, adventurers. Leave it to adventurers.
That's what I'm saying.
You're an adventurer.
Oh, fuck.
You are one of the many problems in the world.
What do you mean? My character solves problems.
Does he?
Yeah.
Or are you influenced by your companions who do heinous stuff sometimes?
Tell me one heinous stuff one of my companions ever did.
I look to Hane.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? You're telling me carving out somebody's heart isn't heinous?
That was terrible.
Okay. So my
Try to
point
stop it, by the
stands.
way. Yeah, but your point don't stand against me because Alaric was the only one who tried to stop it.
You didn't try. You just sort of grumbled a bit and then let him do it.
Completely disagreed. What are you talking about? Why are you undermining my character's feelings and development?
Trying to stop would have been throwing yourself at Kalen.
What?
Let it happen. You're a murderer.
No.
You call it
He's not.
you're an accessory.
What the fuck are you talking about? It's a D&D video game. Yes, indeed.
You're going to
Alaric.
jail.
Alienate yourself from the whole party by refusing to do what everybody else agrees to do.
You're going to jail for a long time, son.
That didn't stop them ground. They started in jail.
I like to think about how things were to influence how things are now when I build stuff. Or like lore for the lore, if you get me. Oh, okay. I only know of the earlier sessions through osmosis of these conversations. Hang Keep seems like it was wild. Truthfully, it should have been longer. There should have been a little bit more development. I think I rushed it out of fear. I was like, oh god, they're not going to want to be here forever. I have to hurry this up before they get up shit.
According to motherfucking who?
My own doubts.
No, I don't think it felt rushed. I mean, especially with like the actions of the party themselves, it felt like a good pace. So, I don't know.
Agree. Shoo.
Weren't they supposed to die at Handscape? God, no. What? Why would they have died at Haynes Keep? I mean, Haynes should have kicked their teeth in, yes. But that was one of the few moments where I rolled very poorly.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. It felt back and forth. Like if I remember right, phase 1 it was a slog, and then phase 2 they just kind of ruffle stomped Tane.
I forget which it was. I forget what Smite Sabine did, but it's something.
It wasn't just Sabine. Like Alaric did a smite as well. Like it was in unison. We both smited him and we both succeeded.
No, it was her smite that frightened him. She did the smite that put the frightened condition on him, which fucked him. Like from that moment forward, it was just screwed.
Oh yeah, so Alaric hit him with a smite that's proned him, essentially. And then she hit him with a smite that made him afraid. And then that was it.
Good times.
How do we feel of this now?
You know, if he had had legendary resistances, that would have not happened.
That fight would have been very different if he had legendary actions and resistances.
Yep. Would have been like, oh, he failed the roll? Haha, Lamau.
And it'd have been the older version of legendary resistance. Not what I use now. What I use now is they give up something to be able to resist. Health or an ability or something like that. Something that doesn't come back until they leave the encounter. Back then, I was just using regular legendary resistances, which would have just been auto-succeed.
The map looks great.
I feel like it's the ground that I'm not vibing with.
In what way? What do you not like about it? Is it the coloration? Maybe a texture thing? Pattern?
It needs to be more. Night, Sycophant. The timeline in my head goes something like Haynes Keep, question marks, Mind Flayer Facility, question marks, hunting for monsters to kill the Terran aliens. Nah, brother, you got it. All good, Skullthrone. Rest well, brother. Enjoy work. Honestly, guys, I'm gonna call it there.
Alrighty.
There will be no CTF or TOS this weekend. There will be a solo session. That'll be Saturday. I think it's gonna be Saturday and Sunday. Solo session for Cillaroll and then solo session for Uriria. Good night. Take care.
So splits the fellowship.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go get something to eat. I haven't. Pretty hungry.
Yup.
Yeah, you should do that then. Food is important.
I'm gonna eat. And then probably try to work on this off stream. See if I can knock some stuff out. I'll post some vibes and or post some of the ideas that I'm vibing with in Discord. Get your guys' opinion on it and stuff. Okay.
Absolutely, handsome.
Probably not gonna come back to the Discord. So why don't you guys go ahead and say goodbye?
Good night, chat.
Good night, Chad.
I'll catch y'all later.
Take it easy.
Okay. Thanks for coming out, guys. Sorry we didn't do much tonight. I had big grandiose plans, and then I started streaming, and I just seemed to lose them. So I think I basically doubted myself so much so to the point that I just lost all the ideas that I had. So we'll get it figured out. I'll probably try to stream today too. See if I can or not. Go from there. That's it for me. Hope you guys have a fantastic night. Hope you take care of yourselves. Join the Discord. It's where all the cool people are at. It's where I'm going to be posting all of my my whips and everything like that. I'm going to make a channel that's dedicated to posting my ideas and everything. So you guys can sort of come take a look at them, poke through and peruse them at your own leisure. Yeah, I hope you guys have a fantastic night. I hope you take care of yourselves. Hug your loved ones. Tell them that you love them. Follow the Twitter for notifications so when I go live. Subscribe to the YouTube for VODs. Go look at the Kanka page for the weapon mastery system. Use code CROWN on checkout with exclamation rogue for 20% off any products you buy. Guys, I can't say anything, but Rogue's got some stuff coming out soon. So keep your eyes peeled. All right, guys. I will see you later. Goodbye, Chad.